Why these wild stories will blow your mind. Face screaming in fear. Brainrot Chronicles. Shorts Compilation Part 3. Buckle up, folks, because we're diving into the chaotic, mind-bending world of Brainrot stories. These larger-than-life characters are here to entertain, shock, and maybe even teach us a thing or two. From gangsters turned giant toes to greedy penguins with coconut bodies, these tales are packed with wild twists and cinematic flair. Let's get started with the notorious Gangster Futura Criminal. Gangster Futura Criminal. Meet Raymond, the hot-headed leader of a street gang who ruled with fear and a short fuse. This guy was infamous for kicking over street vendors' carts in a rage, leaving chaos in his wake. Fun fact, Raymond's temper was so legendary, locals swore the ground shook when he stomped through town. One day, he messed with the wrong person, an old lady selling flowers. When he smashed her flower pot, she cursed him with a glare that could freeze lava. "Keep acting naughty, and you'll get what's coming," she warned. Spoiler alert, she wasn't kidding. That night, after kicking his own door in a fit, Raymond's foot throbbed, his head spun, and boom! He transformed into a giant toe, thanks to a magical poison in the pot. Now known as Gangster Futura Criminal, he's a cautionary tale about karma. Rumor has it, he's still waddling around, regretting his ways and dodging his rival, a slick mafia otter named Chocolatini Pancio. Can you guess their next showdown? Chocolatini Pancio. Speaking of otters, let's talk about Chico, a chocolate-obsessed guy with zero self-control. This man could sniff out chocolate from a mile away. Think of him as a human truffle pig, but for candy bars. One day, he swiped his little sister's stash from the fridge, gobbling it down without a second thought. When she caught him, tears streaming, their mom was furious. "Go buy her more chocolate, now!" she barked. Grumbling, Chico slipped on his sister's pink flip-flops and headed out. On his way, he spotted an old lady handing out free chocolate. Greed took over, and instead of saving it for his sister, he devoured it all. Big mistake. Poof! White smoke swirled, and Chico transformed into a chocolate-dripping otter, forever dubbed Chocolatini Pancio. That old lady? A trickster witch who punished his gluttony. Now, Chico's stuck in a sticky situation, challenging folks to type, Pancio, with their eyes closed. Bet you can't do it! Trick-track barabum. Next up, Eric, the adventure-loving veggie enthusiast who learned his lesson the hard way. Eric was a foodie explorer, always hunting rare fruits in the wild. Fun fact, he once tried to trade his shoes for a rumored golden carrot in a remote village. One day, he got lost in a dense forest, panicking as night fell. He camped, cooked his veggies, but left his trash scattered, big no-no. The next morning, he stumbled upon a glowing bottle gourd and, too curious for his own good, ate it. Boom! Thick smoke engulfed him, and he transformed into a bottle gourd creature, courtesy of an angry forest witch who hated litterbugs. Now called Trick-Track Barabum, Eric's a walking reminder to clean up after yourself. He's got a mysterious forest guardian friend, any guesses who? Alizio. Then there's Alex, the prankster who took things too far. This guy was the king of chaos, splashing water on strangers' shoes and even snipping headset cables in the park. Talk about a troublemaker. Fun fact, Alex once pranked a street performer so hard, the guy chased him for 3 blocks. During a YouTube livestream, Alex stole a soccer ball from some kids, laughing and filming his getaway. But karma was watching. An old man he pranked earlier, a secret wizard, cast a spell. As rain poured and lightning struck, boom! Alex fused with the soccer ball, becoming Alizio. Now he's the butt of every joke, daring viewers to type football blind. Think you can nail it? Puzzini Sashini. Enter Puzzini, the naughtiest cat in town. This fluffy menace loved scratching sofas, climbing cabinets, and stealing food from his owner, Emma. Fun fact, Puzzini once swiped an entire pizza slice and hid it under the couch. One day, Emma ordered sushi, and while she stepped away, Puzzini pounced, gobbling it up. Bad move. Emma had laced it with a magical potion as a prank. Poof! White smoke swirled, and Pizzini transformed into a sushi-rolling cat, now called Pizzini Sashimi. Emma couldn't stop laughing, but Pizzini's still plotting his next food heist. His penguin pal's just as wild. Guess who? Frua. Now meet Frua, the insomniac toucan who slept all day and partied all night. This bird was so sleep-deprived, he once mistook a street lamp for a tree and tried to nap on it. Desperate to stay awake in the scorching sun, Frua stole a man's sunglasses, only to crash into a wall and land with the shades perfectly on his beak. A kind coffee shop owner took pity, nursing Frua with cappuccino to keep him alert. Now Frua's the coolest toucan around, rocking shades and sipping coffee. His car-bodied bird buddy is a total mystery. Any guesses? Penguino Cocoino. Eno, the chubby penguin, was the terror of his colony, stealing food from everyone, even the elders. Fun fact, Eno once snatched a fish so big, it took 3 penguins to chase him down. One day, he laughed as a bear cub drowned in icy water. Cruel move. But the ice cracked, and Eno drifted to a coconut island. Greedy as ever, he overfished the waters, angering the sea god. Wham! A magical coconut hit him, and boom! Eno became Penguino Cocoino, a penguin with a coconut shell body. He's learned his lesson, but his coconut-bodied friend is still out there. Who could it be? Telpa de Faro. Faro, a pet mouse, lived with his owner, Henry, near a mining site. This tiny guy loved chewing cables. Talk about a shocking habit. When Henry struck gold by blasting a mine, it caused an electrical surge. Faro, nibbling a drill cable, got zapped and boom! He fused with iron and the drill, becoming Telpa de Faro, the iron mouse. Fun fact, Faro's so tough now, he once scared off a cat just by squeaking. His hamster pal's just as quirky. Guess who? Kakito Satalo. Kaka, a clever white mouse, was the best friend of space scientist Lucas. This mouse was so smart, he could solve mazes faster than lab techs. When Lucas launched his Ceto satellite, Kaka secretly stowed away. The satellite hit a meteor laced with transformation liquid, and boom! Kaka fused with it, becoming Kakito Satalo. Fun fact, that meteor was spiked by a giraffe-bodied brain-rot creature. Any guesses who? Trulina. Siblings Truly and Trulina loved beach adventures at Brainroom Beach. One day, they spotted a drowning cat and dove in to save it. The waves were brutal, but a golden salmon appeared, and boom! They fused into Trulina, the ultimate lifeguard trio. Fun fact, they once saved a surfer from a shoe-stealing shark. Speaking of, who's that sneaky shark? Coco Fanto Elephanto. Fanto, the naughty elephant, loved knocking down trees and spraying monkeys with water. This guy was so wild, he once flooded a whole jungle clearing for fun. Hungry after a bath, Fanto raided a grandma's banana garden and gobbled magical coconuts. Poof! He fused with the coconut shells, becoming Coco Fanto Elephanto. Now he's a regretful giant, challenging you to name all elephant-bodied brainrots. Can you do it? Bom Bumbini Gassini. Finally, Gassini, the chubby goose too scared to fly. Bullied by his flock, he decided to prove himself. Climbing a cliff, he soared, then crashed into a veteran's cornfield, breaking his wings. The kind grandpa fitted him with jet fighter wings, and boom! Gassini became Bom Bumbini Gassini, a goose with supersonic swagger. Fun fact, his first flight scared a whole flock into silence. But his crocodile enemy is lurking. Who is it? These Brainrot stories are wild, right? Each character's a lesson wrapped in a wacky, cinematic package. So, what's the moral? Maybe it's about karma, greed, or just cleaning up your trash. Drop your guesses for these mysterious friends and foes in the comments, and let's keep the brain rot rolling.